Alright, now that we've gone over the coordinate system, let's get into another topic. This time we're going to go over variables, which are found in the data section. We can see that when we're in the data section, we don't see any blocks, but there are two buttons. So we're going to go over the first button today. So let's click on the Make a Variable button. Now you'll get this little pop-up, and you'll see there's a couple options here. We're only going to do the first one in this video, but I'll explain the other few in one of the next videos. So first, let's create a variable, and let's call it score. Alright. And then once you click on OK, then you'll see that we've got these 5 blocks right here. And you can see the first one is a reporter block, just kind of like the exposition and direction and all those. So as you can imagine, we can check it off and put it back. And you can see that's right there. And you can double click on it just like you can the exposition, which means it reports the value. And right now it's giving us a value of 0. That's the default. This next block says set score to, and we get this little drop down because we can create more than one variable, and I'll show you that in a second. So we can set the score to whatever value we want. We can set it to 100, double click, now you can see it's 100 and 100. We can set it up to negative numbers. Let's do negative 300. Cool. So let's create a very quick application for score. So at the very beginning, we're going to set score to 0. Then we're going to forever, and then we're going to check to see if the mouse is down, and then we're going to go choose this block. We're going to change score by 1. So if I click, then you'll notice something weird happens. When I'm clicking my mouse, it goes up very rapidly. That's because it's checking forever really quickly. So what we need to do is put a wait until block in here, and we're going to do wait until not mouse down. This just means that first we're going to check to see if the mouse is down, then we're going to wait until you pick it up, and then it will change the score. So now when I run it, its score is 0 because we set it at the beginning. Now I click, it goes up. Click, it goes up. Click, it goes up. And if I hold it down, then nothing happens. Then once I let go, it's good. Cool. Now if I don't set the score at the beginning, then it will just stay the same. Now it's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It'll stay the same as time goes on. But usually when I set things to the default at the beginning. So that's score. Let's do one other. Let's set this set this score slider, or let's set this score block over here, and let's right click on it and click on normal readout, and that's the default. That's what it looks like right now. But we can right click and press large readout, and then it looks like this, which can be handy especially for things like score. So I'm just going to move it in the middle, and then the final layout is slider, and I'll do that in the next one. So let's do make a variable, and this one, let's call this size, or not size. Let's call it, yeah, let's go size. So we're just going to press OK, and now you can see that there's 2 here. So we can, now we have a drop down in all of these blocks, so we can make sure that we're changing the right variable. So I'm going to right click on size and set it to a slider. I'm going to put it at the bottom, and then right click again, and you can set the minimum and maximum values. So we're going to make this size control the size of our cat. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the minimum value like 10 and the maximum value like 300. Okay, so now when you slide it, it goes to 310. You can slide it like that. And yeah. So next we're going to create a new script and forever just set the size to our size variable. This way, when we run the script, our cat automatically changes size to this variable, which means that you can get input from the users. So if they want to slide certain things that change how art goes, or maybe they want to change the color of their pen or something like that, you can change the size like that. And of course we still have our clicking for this. Okay, finally let's make another variable and call it testing. Okay, we can set variables to text. So let's try setting it to hello. Double click, and now our testing reporter says hello, and it's up here. As you can imagine, these 2 blocks just show and hide the variable. I can just double click and it hides it up there and it shows it. That can be useful for you don't want to show it all the time, like maybe you want a button to bring it out or a menu or something like that. Anyways, So we set our testing variable to hello, but now we're going to try to change our testing variable by 1 and see what happens. So I'm going to double click on this, and now you'll notice that says NaN, which means it's like not a valid number, because you can't add 1 to hello. That just doesn't make any sense. So just be careful. Sometimes if you try to type, for example, like 1,000 or 1,000,000 with commas, and then you press change it by 1, it's not going to like that. So you always have to type in your numbers without any commas. So there's 1,000,000, and I can change it by 1, and now that works. Cool. Okay, this is the intro to variables. We're going to be using these a lot more in depth, so just make sure you keep on watching the videos, yeah, see you guys in the next one.